Okay, I already started the recording, so I will start sharing the screen. So if you have any questions and doubts, please put that in chat. Okay, I hope is my screen is visible. Can you say yes or no? No, right? Okay, but it is showing me that I can share the screen. Okay, now it started. Okay, I think yeah, now it started. Okay, now I hope you can see this is Eclipse editor, so I hope you can see this. So yeah, okay, nice, thanks. So for today, what we are going to solve is one particular question properly. We will discuss the logic and all that. It's a very basic question, that is uh, reverse a number, and when we solve it, then based on it we will solve some other questions, and you will find out how just by solving this, understanding this problem properly, you can solve multiple questions. Okay, so that is when we say reverse number, it's basically integer, reverse integer number. uh, Time and space complexity, yeah, if you want we can do that as well, but I don't know about the rest of the others people, how they are going to whether they know the concepts little bit of time complexity or not, because if you have some background of time complexity, then I can start telling that how you can analyze the problem. Okay, so that we can take over the few session, maybe as we after 1 month of this session we can start looking at the whatever the time complexity of whenever we solve a problem. But for now, if the general audience doesn't know much about Java, let's try to fix in Java. Let's do some basic coding and then we will start. Okay, so okay, let's start the session right away. So this is a public class reverse number. I name it already as a reverse number. So the problem is we are given an integer, given an input as integer, what we are going to reverse it. So that's the problem. So I will tell at the same time I will do some basic stuff of Java programming as well. That is, public class name is always same as Java file name. I don't know whether you can see it, but reverse number.java is the same number, is the file name, and the reverse public class is also same. So we can't have two different names of public class. That is one thing that you can look at. Another thing that we are going to you should know that there will be only one public class per Java file. You can have multiple class, but if you're writing a code which includes which contain multiple, only one public class will be there. Rest of them will be either private class, protected class, or some default class. That's how it will be. Next, last session we discussed the meaning of each of these statements, that is public, static, void, main. Each has its own definition, its own significance. So I'm not going to touch that here right now. Okay, so to get to reverse integer, first we have to take an input from the user. To do that, there is a class called scanner. So I'm going to tell that how we are making object also. So for the scanner class, it's an inbuilt considered as an inbuilt library. From that I'm going to make new object of system scanner class. I will tell what is it is. Okay, so here scanner is basically a class, sc is a object. Okay, new is a keyword. New allows to compiler to understand, Java compiler to understand that okay, we are creating a new object. Okay, and system.n will tell that that this object, sc object, will take inputs. Okay, so that is there. But again, if you can see, observe something red line is coming for scanner class. So the reason is we have to import a package. So when we say package, it's more if you have done some C and C++ or programming, so you have you add libraries, right? Similarly, here the concept of package will come where multiple sets of subclasses will be available. So here java.util.scanner. So this in java.util package, there is a class called scanner, and we are importing that here in the Java in this file. Okay, it will allow us SE object, and this SC object will allow us to take input from the users. Okay, now suppose we have to take an input from a user. So first we have to print statement, enter a number. Okay, I hope you know the meaning of system.out.println. System is a class, out is a object, outstream object, it's called outstream object, and println is it's a method of function. Okay, another thing is when you say enter a number, that is this thing you're putting in the quotes. Basically that's a enter a number is an argument that you're passing for that function. I hope you can understand this. When you call a certain function, you put some parameters if the parameters are there. In this case, you're passing a string. Okay, so that is one thing. Now once you print out the enter number, you have to take an input. So for that, what you have to do is you have to define one num. I take num as a variable, and I'm using se.nextInt. It's a function of scanner class which allows me to take input for integer numbers. Okay, so if till now if you have to see what is happening, we can just and just print it out something just that you can see what is the output. Okay, I will print num for num's sake without saying anything. Enter a number. I will write 12. 12 is coming. If you can see here, this is coming here. Okay, now we have taken the input from the user. Now we have to write a basic logic. Now what I am going to do, I am going to write 3 different ways to solve this problem. Okay, first method 1, using some algorithm, some logic, okay, so what we are going to do is first I will write it down. I will show it how it works, and then I will go sentence by sentence to tell what the logic is. So I'm writing while if num is not equal to 0, I'm using a while loop here, and then I have to declare one more variable, that is reverse, which is I'm initializing as 0, its value as 0. So for reverse to work, to get a reverse number, so I'm multiplying it with 10, and I'm finding the modulo of number by divided by modulo of number when we divide the number by 10. I will explain the step by step how it will be. This is there, and then we just simply print it out. Okay, it's already there. I just need to write reverse number plus sign, and then you just write a reverse. Okay, So this is the whole code we have written. Let's run it, and then I will tell you what the logic is actually. So if I am entering a number, I will write 1 2 3 4. Reverse number is 4 3 2 1. So everything is working perfectly fine, this code. So what I have done here, so let's start by looking at the number value. So when I say number, so number initially was 1 2 3 4. Now this number is not equal to 0, that means condition here condition is satisfied. Okay, once the condition is satisfied here, I will go inside this loop. Now how it is asking me is reverse initial value is 0 right now. So 0 into 10 is 0, plus number, that is 1 2 3 4 modulo 10. So when we say modulo, it means when I divide 1 2 3 4 by 10, whatever the remainder would be, it will give me that remainder. Here in the next statement line, when I am saying 1 2 3 4 divided by 10, if I divide 10, it will give me a quotient of the number. Okay, so you have to remember that difference between modulo and division. Quotient, and here I will write it as remainder. Okay, let's write it down here. Okay, so when I do 1 2 3 4 modulo 10, it will give me a value of 4 as a remainder. So 0 into 10 is 0 plus 4, so I will get reverse value as 4 eventually. And then here in num value, if I divide by 10, I will get the value of 123 as a quotient. Okay, you can do it side by side to see how it can be done. Then in the next, this is the first loop number 1. Okay, I will just write it as loop number 1. Now in loop number 2, my num value will be 123. Since 123 is also is not equal to 0, I will come here in this line, reverse equal to reverse into 10 into 4. So now reverse value earlier from the loop number 1 was 4. Now what will happen is, based on the logic, I will write 4 into 10 plus num, which is 123 modulo 10. So 4 into 10 is 40, that is fine, and 123 modulo 10 will give you as a remainder as 3. So what will we do? 40 in plus 3, 43. So that's how the answer will be 43 in the second loop. So I will give as second loop here. In the second loop, I will getting reverse value as 43, reverse number value. And in number, if I divide it again by 10, the quotient will be here 12. If you divide 123 divided by 10, it will give you 12. So again, the next loop will be like 120. The number now will be 10 instead of 123. So because we are dividing it by 10. Now, since it is also greater than 0, this is the third loop I am going through. I will again satisfy the condition of while. I will come down here again. I will check the value. So now the reverse value is 443. So I will take 43 into 10 plus num modulo 12. So modulo 10. That is, here the num value is 12 already. So I will get a modulo of 2. So if you calculate it, it will come as 430 plus 2, that is 432. So I hope you can see how the things are going right now. From 4 we start and now we reach to 432 in the third loop. And you can see how we are reversing the number right away in this. Now in the quotient 4, while doing num equal to num by 10, we will find it as 1. Like if you divide 12, if you divide 12 divided by 10, you will get a quotient of 1. So this is on third loop. Now if you go up again, 1 is not equal to 0, that is still valid. So num value will be 1 here. And then you will go to reverse. In reverse, what is happening now? You have a number of 432. 432 into 10 plus num mod 10. One more 10 is will give you a remainder of 1, and 432 into 10 will give you 4320. So it will become 4321. I hope you can understand this part. So this will give you the reverse. And here in the next line, what is happening is, if you divide 1 by 10, it will give you 0 quotient, because you can't divide it further. So value will be 0. So if you go for while loop here, you will find that num is not equal to 0. It's a false condition. So it will come out of the loop, and then it will print the reverse value. Okay, so that is the first thing. This is the first method of how we can do it. Now I want to ask, now how many people understand this, or how many people didn't understand this logic till now of reversing a number? You can type yes and no in the chat. How many people understand the logic of the reversing a number? How we start with 1 2 3 4 and how we get back to 4 3 2 1. Okay, understood. Okay, nice. Okay, so let's again run it. Now can anyone tell me, is this logic is the logic given here is good enough and it can reverse any number? Can someone tap it out? Okay, if someone saying no, why it is not good enough, where it will fail, where this code will fail? This code will fail. Okay, not applicable for float. Okay, fine. Okay, I will give a constraint here. Okay, I am asking for a number which is within the range of int, that is 3223. I think that is the number, right? 322265 or 4, something like that. So it will work till that time. I am not asking for float, I am not asking for character or anything. Still, whether it will fail or not. For negative, okay, let's keep it positive. Nice comments, but now again think, without I'm going to have a positive number within the range of integer, the number of amount value it can take. If the number has 0, when number have zeros, okay, where it should have a zeros? Can anyone, when you're saying number has zeros, when where the number of zeros will work on it? Okay, if we give the input as, it will return as 1. Okay, let's try it out. When the middle 0 come, okay, let's try. So if I write 1000, reverse number is 1, perfectly good, nice. Again someone say middle. Okay, let's check it out. So 122054. No, if the 0 is in the middle, it is working. If it is in unit place or any number, I would say whenever 0 is there, like this, if it is like this, it will not work at all. It will work till 321. So it is not working for zeros. 0 0. Okay, let's try for 001 as well. 001, it is again showing 1. So either you put before any number or after any 1 to 9 number, it will not work. But it is, if it is between this 1 to 9 number, it will take it as it is. So okay, so what to do now in this case? So let's discuss the second way of writing the same code. Okay, so what I'm going to okay, if you want now, if you people want, you can take a screenshot of this. I'm keeping like this. You can take a screenshot of this code, then I will enter and write the new code. I will comment it out over the period of time to write a second method. Okay, so let's save it. I hope you have taken the screenshot in your PCs. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to comment this thing out for some time. We will use it later. Okay, now the second method or the next two methods will be tried to resolve that issue where the zero, when the zero is coming into picture, whether it's way before than any 102 129 or after any 129 numbers. So how going to solve it? The one basically way answer in one short answer, it's basically a string. Convert your number into string and then you try to reverse it back, because then string will consider it as a character, not as a number. So how we are going to do that? Let's see the next two methods. So method 2 here. So I'm going to use something called a string buffer class. Okay, so I'm keeping still the enter number and int num sc dot next int, that is input, the statement which takes input from the user. Rest of the thing I comment it out. So I'm going to write the code. Next, this is second method which we can try it out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create some variable for string buffer class. I'm writing it as reverse again for the better understandability. I'm going to create now object of string buffer class. Sorry, let's write obj and new string buffer. Okay, now I have, based on the syntax of it, what I'm going to have to write here is I have to take, when I'm creating a value, since I'm converting a string, okay, value of num here. Okay, so that is one thing. So obj now will have a value of num in a string format. Okay, that's what we are doing here, and then simply we are doing reverse. What now we are going to do reverse, and then this object name dot, we can directly type a reverse function and then we can print it out. Okay, let's try this thing out. I hope it will print. Okay, now we are seeing mostly this problem, right? 0 0 it will not work. Now it will work. 0 0 it will considering, because it is considering this number not as integers, basically more as a string. So it is directly using the logic of reverse function in that string buffer class. It is reversing it down. So that's a very direct way. To go into behind this thing, you have to use mostly, if you want to know how this is happening, then again we have to write a code for how to reverse a string. For that, maybe some other day. I'm going to today I'm mostly going to talk about the inputs which are basically integers. Next time maybe strings, just like that. Okay, some are suggesting that we can use string builder class also. That's absolutely correct. So we are going to use that. This is the third method where we are going to convert the integer num into string using string builder class. And how would you know that it is you can use this class? Is mostly will come with practice. You'll first try to implement your own logic, and then you look out for some similar kind of how other people are solving. Then you got to know that okay, there are some classes are there which I can directly use, and then I can directly apply the stuff without writing so much of logic in the like in the first method that we have used. Okay, so I'm going to comment out the method 2 as well as for now. Okay, let's keep it down. I will comment this thing out after I write this code. So again the concept is same. String builder is like method 2. It's just like here the sum of the syntax will be different. So when I say string builder, so I'm going to create a variable called string builder. I'm going to create a class of object of string builder, obj1. I will name it as obj1 new string builder. What do you say that? Okay, that I think that is fine. And then now for obj1 I'm going to do append. This is a function called append, and we're going to pass the value of num, and then when we use ref that is a string builder object. We are going to write obj1 dot reverse. Okay, so what I did here is, in short sense, I'm defining a variable string builder class. I'm creating an object of string builder class. Then to convert that number in integer to a string, I'm pushing that number into the obj1 object, and then I'm going to use the reverse function, which used to convert the value of num into, and will store it in rev variable, and it will show the reverse. So that's how it is right now. I hope you can understand the meaning of when I say this string builder obj1 new string builder. This thing is basically what you're doing is you're defining a class that is called string builder. You're defining an object name, new is a keyword, and then again you're using you calling basically a constructor of string builder. If you don't know about string builder right now, then it's fine. Constructor you will get to know about constructor over the period of time. Okay, now let's try to run this code. Okay, so if we write 0 3 4 5, okay, string builder is not working for 0. Okay, let's see. And if I write again 5 4 3 0, it will work. Okay, so string builder also has a problem with facing with 0. If you put 0 in front of it, it's not working. So is it going to work for the second method? Let's check it out once. So some students also pointed out this thing. Let's reverse. Okay, so some people are pointing out that okay, 0 will not happen. So I want to know one reason for that, why it is not happening. If I take a number as 0 5 3 4, it will give me 3 4 5. So why it's not considering 0? Okay, for second buffer, yeah, it's same problems there for string buffer and string builder, but why it's not considering 0 for converting into a number? Yeah, input as string, then that's fine. If you directly take an input as string, then you might convert is 0 5 4 3 into 3 4 5 0. That's totally fine, but for in terms of number, why it is not happening? Okay, some has already gave that answer, but I need some more answers. Exactly. So even if you consider it as writing in the number in the copy, 0 0 5 0 will be discarded. That's why it's not taking. But not to do that, you have to take directly a number. Okay, let's do this also here. So instead of int num, that is we are taking a string, what we will do here is, let's comment int out. I will take it as string. Okay, so if we take it as string, let's see whether it will work or not. 0 5 3 4 2. Now it is working perfectly fine. Let's convert the number to array of chars or something, and we will swap the numbers. Okay, that's a very good idea. Or maybe, or basically, or you can use the string variable as it is directly instead of doing it array. Otherwise, if you take again of char, that's totally fine. Then you have to again go to 1 by 1, just like how the algorithm 1 was there, right? You're dividing the number into by 10 by 10, and then you're doing it. So yeah, both answers are fine. So I think we have found 5 different ways just right now for solving one simple problem of reverse number using algorithmic. I'll just open the comments here one more time. This is a method 1, this is a method 2, and this is a method 3. And apart from that, we have also seen that if we add string, if we take input directly as string instead of number, then we can also consider the cases where we have 0, 5, 3, 4 kind of thing, where 0 is in front of the number. So we can consider those cases as well. Or as I think Soham has said, that we can take array of characters. We can make an array of characters, and then you take it as an input, and then you can reverse it out. So five different methods we can try it out. Nice. I think if you want, I am just giving, if possible, you just take a screenshot of this method 1, method 2, and method 3 if you want, and then we will move out to, we might even use stack and queue, right? Yeah, you can use it. That is also like, again, then why you have, but the question is complexity. If it's a very big number, then you might use a stack or queue number, where you're putting one by one number into the particular stack or queue. But again, that's again a complexity that you're going to face. That's another for loop you have to write for that. So maybe some other thing. YouTube link I'm going to share once this session will going to be over. I will stop the recording, I will convert it, and then I will post in the, but I will send the channel link. There I'm going to post this YouTube link maybe in an hour from now. Okay, so I hope you have taken a screenshot of this. Now we are going to do something interesting. So I hope you understand the logic of this thing, right? This reverse thing. Now let's try to solve some other questions with the same logic. Okay, time series is covered DSA course. Could you cover that if possible? Okay, Mitrang, I will do that, but it's over a period of time. I can't say right now because I don't know many people know even the concept of time complexity or space complexity right now. I will do that, but maybe in the later stages, not now. It's very basic right now, so that many people can understand it. Okay, so let's what we'll do is, okay, I will create new file. I will write code there. I'm using Eclipse, by the way, so many you people can use different kind of things, depends on your interest and your comfortability. Okay, now what we are going to see, the problem of palindrome. Okay, question will be write a program to find whether the input is integer input is palindrome or not. Okay, so this is the question that you are going to have it. So how many people know what is palindrome? Can you write yes or no? Mostly no. If it is there, then I want to know. Okay, yes, I think everyone knows. Okay, nice, but still I will type it out. So palindrome is a number. If I'm writing, if someone is giving an example already, so I'm going to take their example 1 2 3 2 1. So if I reverse this number, again the number will be same. So if I reverse it again, the number will be 1 2 3 2 1. The number doesn't change. That's what palindrome is. So now tell me how you can use this earlier code to find this palindrome. And I'm mostly asking in terms of the algorithmic aspect, now rather than using the string, mostly into integer. So how you can use a code where I'm taking input, I'm not converting to string, but I have to use a similar, I have to do something to find whether it's palindrome or not. Okay, just reverse the number. Okay, so how do I say, when you say reverse the number, what do you exactly mean by it? not string. I'm not going to use string. I'm not going to use a string. Method 1. Okay, nice. Okay, so some same while loop, reverse and check the both numbers. Exactly, excellent. So from this one question you can find that you can solve this another question if you know the meaning of what is palindrome. So what I will do is basically just check it. I will just do it, write the code quickly here, and then we can see, we can move to another question. Is that fine? So that other people who don't know, they might follow through it what we are doing. Just take another variable, check it with the reverse number. Okay, that's absolutely correct. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a scanner class variable. I'm going to name it as SE, and next dot, sorry, I'm creating a variable of scanner class which can take input. Okay, I'm going to have to import a package of from where I can get that scanner class. util.scanner. Okay, I'm going to take, so I will just write out print again the same println, enter the number. I am going to take int number, and using the scanner variable which I have created just now in line number 8, I am going to, okay, where is it? Yeah, I am going to take the integer as an input. Now I will take another number which we can call as palin, something like that, and then you just create a while loop where I am checking whether the number is 0 or not. If not 0, then continue to write the logic, and to get a palin number, we just variable, we are just writing the same code that we have written in the earlier one. Palin dot do this, and number mod 10, and then sorry, number divided by 10, and thus we need to check if so I have to do one more thing here. I have to store it somewhere. So int original number, because I'm dividing the num value, so it will change the value. Okay, if original number is equal to palin, I'm going to write system.out.println, and I'm going to print that palin is a palindrome number. It is the one thing. Okay, I have to do something here. Original number, and else if we're going to write it down, I just copy paste. Palin is not a palindrome number. Okay, plain palin. Okay, let's write it down. Let's run this program. I will explain one more time this problem. So okay, 2 1. Okay, it's a palindrome, it's showing perfectly fine. If I write 1001, again it's perfectly showing correct. If I write something else like 1 2 3 4 5 3 2, it's not a palindrome number. Okay, so yes, so what we are doing here is we are just making one single change, two changes. We are asking an input from the user using se.nextInt, and we are storing the original number here. I will tell you why we are storing here original the number into the org.num underscore num, and then we are taking another variable palin, which in last, if you can see in the reverse number, I have take it as a reverse, as a variable name reverse. I am taking here name as palin, and I'm what I'm doing is, again this logic is same. I'm reversing the number and I'm checking whether the number is not equal to 0. So since number is changing, it's getting reduced. I can't compare this reverse number or palin number with the original number. So that's why I stored the original number as a uh, to use it to compare with the reverse number and check if they are equal, then it's a palindrome. It's not equal, it's not a palindrome. Okay, so I think this is also clear with everyone. Please say yes if, mostly no if you don't understand the number, understand this logic. Okay, nice, great. So 50 more minutes, two more problems we are going to see, same pattern. So what I will do, I will create uh, one more file class. So what I can do is count digits. Okay, now the next question here is, given an integer number, count the number of digits in it. I hope the statement is understandable very easily. So when I'm saying, for example, 1 2 3 4, the number of digits will be 4. Okay, so that's the counter number of digits. So that's the problem statement we are having. Now again, can someone say that what thing we need to use and how we can find the number of digits in a particular given number? Okay, you want to take okay, sorry, you can take a screenshot. Okay, so people are saying initialize a variable count to 0 and increment it when the mid division is done. Same with count code, use a counter variable, increase the counter. Perfect, nice. Okay, I think same logic, use a variable count which number of time loop runs. Yes. So okay, so now important thing you need to understand is, it's not mostly about the logic that we are saying. It is very easy now because we started with some base of reverse number, then palindrome number, and then you can find count digit. Since we are going towards like this, we can understand it. But at that point, when you are going to sit in some programming competition, at that point of time, you should be well versed, well practiced enough different patterns of questions. So when you're going to solve some new questions, you try to first relate whether I saw this type of question somewhere else or not, and whether I can use that kind of logic or not. So that's the purpose of this more session, rather than solving these are very basic questions, but mostly I want to try to see different kind of patterns that you can see in a same code I'm taking, but different questions are coming into the picture. If you can take it from this session, that is more than I think more than enough. And for that, to get to that patterns, you have to practice a lot. You have to solve multiple type of questions, multiple similar type of questions to get hold of what we are actually doing. So this time, instead of writing the whole thing, what I'm going to do, I just copy paste the whole program. Okay, so I'm taking a number. Okay, so I'm creating a scanner object. I'm taking a number, asking for the number, printing the statement. I'm taking a number, and then I don't need palin or something like this. I might need only this one more count, something else count, which I'm initializing with 0. Okay, then I just need to do is, okay, tell me this, whether I need to use divide or whether I need to use modulo here in this case scenario. And then I'm going to use count plus divide. Okay, so if we use modulo, something is going to change. If I use modulo instead of divide, if I change from this to this, whether it's going to give me a different output. Infinite loop, okay. Why? Output will be same infinite loop. Can someone say why infinite loop? Interesting answer. That's very actually correct answer, but why? I just need to print count. Number won't be 0. Exactly. Nice. Correct answer. So if I use modulo, what it will do is just to give some output here. If I am taking 1 2 3 4, I'm doing modulo by 10. So after first round, it will give me the number value as 4. Now if I again do modulo 4 or 10, again it's going to give me value as 4. So again it's going to repeat till infinite. That's why I can't use modulo here. We just need to use divide. Okay. Let's save it and just run it just for the sake. Let's see how whether it can understand the number or not. 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, it is giving a 6. That is a correct value. So I think you understand this question as well. So I'm going to do a little bit more change in this question, and I'm going to ask you this. It's not much difference. Count the number of digits is there, still the number is there, but I'm going to ask us count number of even and odd digits. Okay, so now how are you going to solve this? I just need I change a given integer number, count the number of even and odd digits. And if you want someone you can take the screenshot now, because afterwards I'm going to change the code here itself. Perfect. Okay, so someone is saying that here in this stage, so here, okay, so count modulo 2 I need to have it. Okay, so what about number, whether I should have it as 10 or as a modulo? Two counters inside each loop, check whether run even or odd and using number. Interesting. Anything else? Check if the number is even or not. Modulo, check if the digit is divisible by 2 and then increment the respective counters. Okay, then considering everyone has given, most of you have given the answer, let's write the code here itself. I am changing the code. So here the count, I am going to add one more counter here. I will take it as odd count. I'm going to write it as even count. Okay, now what I need to do is I'm going to have some value, so some temp variable I will create it. Temp, its value is 0. Okay, so I'm creating temp value. What I'm going to do is number modulo 10. I'm storing that in number, and then if I'm going to check if temp modulo 2, that is basically how you find an even number, right? If you divide temp by 2 and its remainder is 0, then you can write it as even count as plus plus. You can increase the counter. Oh, sorry. Even count plus plus. Else odd count plus plus. And again I'm dividing the number by 10, and then simply I'm printing out even numbers plus even count. Just copy paste the thing. Odd number and odd count. Okay, so what, again, to give you just overview of what we have done here is I'm taking I've taken few numbers. I've taken few variables, odd count, even count, for as a counter to calculate how many even number and how many digits, sorry, even digit and odd digits are present in a integer number. That is, for that I created one temp variable where I could store the value. So when I modulo number by 10, it's storing in temp, and then this temp value from that I'm modeling to basically to find even number, to check whether it's even number or not, to check whether value is even or not. If it's even, then it will take as even count plus plus, otherwise it take odd count plus plus, and then it will divide the number by 10. So that 10 by 10, it will take one number each until unless the number value is the quotient of the number is equal to 0. Okay, so let's run this thing. Okay, so I'm writing 1 2 3 4 5 6, simple. Basically, to 3 even should come, so that's how it is. So it is coming correct. Again, we can take some number, 3 4 5 6 7 1. Okay, 2 even, that is 4 and 6, and 4 odd number, that is 5 7 1 1 1. After that, you can also do this thing. You can again modify it, the code this by asking this question that count even and odd digits. That is fine, but it should be distinct. Count the even number of distinct even and odd digits in a number. So you can create a question like this as well. So I hope you can see some kind of patterns that we have seen, from starting from reverse number, palindrome, then counting digits. That's what that's most if you have to say a summary of this session, is basically, when you start solving question, solve as many different type of question as possible, and try to kind of see a pattern, whether I solve this number from earlier solved problems or not. Try to always keep that in mind. Okay, so yeah, I think that's it for this today's session.